All right, hello everybody, and welcome to another stream. Actually, interesting that I've had three in a row. With having today off with Memorial Day. So, um, yeah, welcome to a follow-up from yesterday. And if you remember, yesterday we worked on some of this some of this area out here where is we have um, this kind of river going on, and we just kind of left it off at I was trying to figure out towards the end of the stream uh, kind of a material for like the river going down here and how that might work, how might that might look. Oh, hey, Ingan, welcome, welcome. I'm doing okay. Hopefully you're doing okay as well. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so Um, I finally, kind of worked through some of the materials that I had for rivers from way back when, and found this one that, it has also, kind of generates the foam alongside the edges, which works out pretty good, I think. And with that, I can also use it for like, like waterfalls. So, having this kind of, uh, kind of flow of water coming down here. And also with the foam around the edges, it also masks the transition between uh, between the river, kind of this flat surface, and then the waterfall. And of course, I'm gonna look for some a little couple of particle effects maybe to place around here, like for like splashes and stuff like that. But for today, I wanted to continue with some of this little ravine canyon going hopefully somewhere, kind of ending it probably around here where this kind of higher elevation edge of the map is. I might actually just sculpt that out a little more to kind of bring it closer to here. I think that might work a little bit better just to extend this out because it's pretty quite on the edge, so to speak. So let's go about doing that. Um, let's see how that's going to look first. Let's try and kind of sculpt it out a little bit. But for like a point of kind of just for placement purposes, I wanted to use like one of these cliff meshes as kind of the back side, so to speak, of the waterfall. So it'd be kind of over here, for example. And let's take one of these meshes and just use this over here. And let's see how that one's gonna look. Actually, that's not the right waterfall. Let's try this one. There we go. So it could be kind of contained between two of these cliff meshes. That way it generates that you know helps with that transition, having this little little foam on the edge. So just trying to kind of place these in a kind of a different location, something like that. And this can be made a little bit bigger, maybe 1.5. Let's see about that. Something along that kind of an idea. Yeah, just like that. We don't really know what's past this, so it's not like reachable by the player anyways. So they're kind of like that, and might be like a two-step type of thing, like so. There we go. I think that could work out pretty well. Now the other thing that I wanted to do is since this one kind of goes in and out a little bit, or it's not like a completely straight line. I wanted to make this work a little bit better. So I was thinking about using a spline to put this subdivided plane on. So let's see how that might end up looking. Just so that, because like if you watch, if you look over here, you know, it kind of works for the flow, but once it's going to turn this way, it might not look so good. Let me move some of these out of the way. We still didn't really complete all the cleanup from some of these things from before. So let's try and widen out this little section here. There we go. And I do have some music playing in the background, so if it's too loud, do let me know. I don't think it's quite audible on the desktop, at least it doesn't sound like it. Okay, yeah, so let's see, we were kind of widening this out a little bit here. Let's just sculpt it out some more. All right, so probably to this point. Just make this a little wider there. There we go. And once we have this in place, we can decide how much further back I want to push this. If I want to push this further back toward this end, or just kind of leave it in this place. So let me add that spline that I had, like just a general spline that I can apply a mesh to. So in this case, let's just try and adjust these points. Um, well, so it's not necessarily like a splatting effect. It's more of um, just a test to see the connection with this. And one thing that I do use and I recommend is, let me show this to you real quick. There's this package on the marketplace, which I believe it's still free. Um, yeah, so it's this one right here. I've started off with something like this, and this one, for example, is a little bit more labor, a little bit more work to be done. This one is kind of with like Vertex paint, but this is the package. This is the water materials. So I use some inspiration from here to create kind of this river effect. It is a little, it's getting a little hot. Thank you for asking, Ian. It's not too bad, you know. This probably doesn't reflect it, but it's I would say 20 degrees Celsius. All right, well, let's try and add to this mesh and also adjust the size a little bit to maybe it could be a little bit bigger. All right, so now with this one, what I'm hoping is that when I add a new point to it, it's just going to behave like a river, you know. So let's apply this material to it. And let's try and place it kind of where the water level would be. Hey, Andrew, yeah, welcome, welcome. It is unusual, but it's a day off here in the United States for some or for a good part of the working people. And so luckily I do get a day off today, and that's why I'm here. Okay, so yeah, there we go. This is what I was saying. Having this, it actually helps with the water flow just kind of seemingly going around here. So for example, here I can just move this point, and then it just kind of follows along. This is what I was hoping to do. So see now the water flow seems to be following the way of the river itself. And in this case, let me just remove these planes that I have here. I'm gonna keep this one at the end because it's just a little bit of a step down from that, and it's straight, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But with this spline, I can start it here, say where the waterfall is, and I can just move the spline points around like this, and have the water just, like the UVs would follow the spline, and that's really helpful for these. So there we go. And I'm gonna try and, oh, no, I just wanted to do this point here, kind of angle it like so. And let's also lower this, it's a little too high. Maybe to about there. I think that's fine right there. I just need to fix some of this little odd thing here. Yeah, but now the river kind of just flows this way to here, and over here I can have like a little bit of a water drop just to add a little bit more to this. And let's see, I can potentially just use what I already have here. So this one with this little waterfall there. There we go. I think that works out pretty decent. Unreal water river spray. It is not. It is just a water material that I had kind of cobbled together from different locations, different sources. And this is just a spline that I've created a while back with just a subdivided plane applied to it. That way, with the subdivided plane, it makes it a lot easier to kind of make it so that you can twist and turns. And then, of course, for some of these joints, I just like to use like one of these things here. So it helps a little bit with the transition, right? So you can't really, it blends in a little bit easier. And of course, with this one, being pretty noisy, the reflections, I'm not gonna be worried about it too much, anyways. But yeah, now the kind of the water flows alongside the spline, and yeah, it was somewhat easier to just put some planes there and just move them around, but I think this one works a little bit easier. Oh, you know what? I never thought about doing using this for streets. But now that you mention it, Alan, thank you. It could be it's definitely an option. So yeah, there he goes. It's your basic simple river happening there. And then, you have the waterfall back there, which I think let's just sculpt some more of this terrain and kind of reveal it a little more. And if I recall correctly, this is also a Vertex Paint asset that like a shader that I've made a while back. And if I recall, Maybe, oh, it's not, I guess it doesn't properly work anymore, so might need to fix this. But I was able to paint like a darker color on top of this. That would be kind of like the wet surface or like the wet, um, was it on a specific layer? Was it red or one of these other ones? Channel? Maybe not. Maybe it just not works anymore. Oh yeah, I guess it's just the naming of it. It kind of went bad. I was thinking, oh, it's one of those things that I also have vertex paint on it, but apparently it's not that material anymore. So, too bad. But yeah, so let's continue on with the sculpting of this to kind of bring it in a little further back and around here. Yeah, that one doesn't look so good on the back side of it, like the actual mesh itself. But positioning it turns out okay. Oh yeah, that's nice. I did get very well, I wouldn't say attached, but I am really enjoying um, the landscape splines. So it seems to work okay. Oh yeah, that actually turned out quite good. And I think from a position standpoint, I can kind of work with that and not push it any further back. Um, let's actually see. Maybe I could bring this. Let's sculpt the terrain around it a little bit. And I'm also going to use the, um, this noisy, this kind of height map texture to sculpt this area. So we can get some of this slope, like this ground slope around here. Okay, that's pretty good there. Let's do some flattening on this section, kind of to about there maybe. Let's see how. No, that's actually pretty good. See how it looks from down here. Oh yeah, I can live with that. Oh, if I can pronounce pasta? Oh, yeah, I think it's what pasta. Well, yeah, well, the landscape splines do. These ones, this particular one for the river, not really, because I wanted to control the terrain myself, so yeah, that's why I didn't like really do anything. But yeah, they're really powerful, I have to say. So I want to, before kind of sculpting this a little bit more, I wanted to flatten it out because the more I sculpt it, the more exaggerated it's going to get. So I'm just going to continue flattening this area here, and then I'm going to use that brush to add some of those details. So let's do this. So it seems like Unreal blurring the motion of the river bumps. What do you mean by river bumps? Is that like the actual river tool from Unreal? Like the from if you enable the water component, like the water what do you call it? The water plugin. Is that from the water plugin? Because if it is, then I wouldn't be able to tell you. Well, so yeah, I'm gonna have some blocking volumes around these areas, so that way people either don't try it or they're not gonna be able to. So yeah, I'm gonna uh, definitely limit the player from being able to just climb around stuff like that. All right, that actually turned out into quite an interesting feature. I like that. Are you referring to this area here or so I'm just going to add some of these meshes around here, kind of alongside the edges, to also change the kind of the flow of the foam a little bit, add a little bit more variety in that. The only thing, if the player decides to go around here, let me hide this for a little bit so I can position these first. There we go, kind of like that. Oh, thank you, Atlam. Thank you so much. Even though this is not going to be too visible, I'll add a couple in there. I'm not sure what this one is from. Oh, it was like an old thing there that I placed. This one should fit in pretty good around here. There we go, just like that. Yeah, no, I was thinking about that at one point, but then I'm like, okay, this is just a little bit too much of a headache. Not necessarily a headache, but it was something else that I had to like think about, and what's the mechanic around that waterfall. But so I decided um, to not do the whole cave that way. I was definitely thinking about it. Thank you for mentioning it. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Andrew. Yeah, that was like I didn't notice it, to be honest with you. Not, you mentioned it, but yeah, like I didn't notice it myself. All right, just trying to help with the transition here a little bit more. Uh, yeah, well, I mean, I like to explore, so I definitely do. And if the players decide to go around and like look for stuff, then yeah, definitely want to have something like that in there. Um, Yeah, there is swimming. Did I not show it? Or I mean, maybe you haven't seen it. But I can show it to you. Like swimming and submerging. That was the whole little video. I think I posted a video on where did I put it? On I think I might have posted it on the kind of the screenshot Saturday type of thing. So yeah, if you want to see it, let me know. Because at least that way I can show you kind of the underwater and how that looks. You know what? I think I might have used the same thing, LM, the easy swim component, but I did have to, it wasn't any kind of like issues that were like completely throwing me off, like very heavy stuff, but I did have to, kind of do some additional work to make it actually behave as I wanted it to. Hopefully that made sense. So that's the thing, a lot of the stuff on the marketplace is great, but But yeah, a grain of salt is definitely needed for some of them. You kind of, okay, what am I getting myself into? But um, I am going to have to do some work to get this to behave as I hope it would. But yeah, in the end, it worked out really well with that component. No doubt. A bunch of the logic was there already. It just needed a little bit of help, you know. But yeah, for the post process, that's something that yeah, I did it. I did not rely on that. That was something that I actually did some research on my own and kind of made a combination of various post process materials and tweaked some of them quite heavily and ended up with what I have at the moment, which I'm pretty happy with. I mean, I'm not gonna make a ton of changes to it. Oh yeah, well, the official name is actually just like the name of the stream, On Your Own. That's the name of the game. It's no secret. Thank you for asking, Yin Yang. And it mostly comes from the fact that I'm working on this project on my own, and that's why I'm like, okay, On Your Own. I'll just name it like that. So yeah, no, that was just a connection that I had with it. All right, pretty decent. Oh, so the game style is an action adventure. Artem first person shooter. I think you've noticed that by now. But yeah, it's an action adventure type game, story based, single player. Because again, that's just the type of games that I play and that I enjoy. Um, the one thing that kind of bothers me now that I look at this, these look like they're kind of mirrored. Um, and I might want to change that a little bit. Let's see if we can just spin this around and give it a little bit of, something like that maybe. So we have a little bit of a difference between, the one side and the other side. Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I think so too. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, I think that's quite a bit better. All right, let's finish off this little end here, and then we'll play around with spawning some of these trees. Let's try and flatten it to maybe slightly different target there. Oh, yeah, well, and Yin Yang, that's exactly it. I mean, I'm doing it on my own, so and if you think about it, in the world, the player's on their own, and that's why. Oh, what do you mean? At the center waterfall? Well, so this one here, if this one's the one you're referring to, I'm kind of debating whether to keep this or not, you know, have this additional step. Might just remove it and just go with this one here. Where the water drop starts falling, if you add some stones peeking out, it will break the step. Oh, do you mean like here at the top? Oh yeah, that's a good point. Let me try something because that's a good thought. Let me grab one of these guys here. Yeah, you're right. That's a great point. I get you. I get what you're saying. Let me try and kind of bring this into here. Yeah, and it could also add a little bit of thing, like on the waterfall, something like that. Add a little bit of foam. Hmm, great thought, great thought. Let's do that. I definitely love that idea. Oh yeah, I definitely love it. So let me see. I just want to use the same trees that I have over here. So let me go to that folder. Where is it? Nordic conifer biome tree. Great thought. Thank you so much. And again, this is I keep mentioning it. This is one of the reasons that I also stream because it ends up being pretty collaborative. So yeah, I'm really liking that. Oh yeah, that definitely breaks things up quite a bit, I think. I mean, yeah, not that they're gonna be able to walk across it, but just having it there. And now that we've mentioned this, let me add one here right at the bottom of the waterfall. That could help with seeing a little bit more foam around it, something like that. Oh yeah, I do have some foam particles. That was the one thing that I was thinking, should I waste you guys' time and just kind of look at it through it? But let's see if we can find something real quick, because I think I might have some like water splashes or some kind of a particle effect that looks decent enough to be used. Where are they, particles? Oh, it's under effects. Oh, now they're all called Niagara stuff. I hope they're not gonna um, phase out the regular particle because I'm not a fan of Niagara that much, or at least I don't really use it. Let's see. Splash, ripple, ripples. Let's see how this one works. It's not that great. Yeah, you can't even see it that well. What was it? Is it like the foam? I can't remember what the name of it was. Uh, Foam, water foam. Is it the same one as this one? Looks like it's the same one. Nope, that wasn't the one that I wanted to delete. It's this one. Mm, that's not that good. So the background music, great question, Yin Yang. I was thinking about that, but I think it might be just some background music, probably playing when something happens. Like on the exterior is just going to be the exterior sounds. I'm assuming maybe once you reach the NPCs, on some of these kind of like a little bit of a not necessarily emotional moment, but um so I'm definitely thinking of having, and I have a couple of tracks for some of those moments, but it's not just gonna play in the background. Hopefully that makes sense, Ying Yang. Yeah, I let my hate particles when they are shooting nothing. Yeah, it's I'm just trying to find one that works, like some kind of like a water foam. Let's see if this one is it just broken or is it I think this is also an issue sometimes with Unreal not showing whether it's compiling something or if it's just the preview shows okay, but this one does not seem to work. Let me see. Um, Yeah, I would have to find some particles because right off the bat I can't really find ones that I would really like. Yeah, there's definitely different types of players. I think yin yang. I like myself. I like to explore anyways. So it that's kind of my style of play, and that's why I like these open world games. Particles. See this one. I'll delete this one. Are there any particles here that I could make use of? And this is only, it's not a continuous particle. Um, oh, there we go. I think this might be the one. And could also be kind of from up top over here, kind of where it hits and then maybe also somewhere down here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep. That's it. Yeah, just to break some things up. I think that works. Guess we can add one up top back here where some of this thing is happening. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and that adds a little bit to the water flow, I think. Um, yeah, let's place one down here as well. See if we make this a little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Oh, thank you, appreciate that. Let me try and see if I can kind of, these two are kind of just on the same line. They look a little odd. I'm gonna try and move this further down, like maybe there. Yeah, so there's gonna be NPCs that I've actually shown it in some previous videos where you interact with the NPC and they play like an audio file, you get the mission, and so I'm just working on fixing some of that because transitioning like one of the updates to um, to Unreal Engine 5.1, I wasn't able to generate the the lip sync animation, and I just need to revisit that. And now, I was able to fix it, so I just need to regenerate some of those some of those lip syncing animations. Okay, there we go. So that's actually that was a great thought to get kind of break it up a little bit. See if I can make a quick change over here to also break up that line. Yeah, there we go. That took away some of that um, just a continuous surface. It starts to look a little bit repeating. So let's see if we can, finagle a little bit more of it somewhere around here. Hey, Fifth Vertex, welcome, welcome. Hopefully you're doing fine this Monday. There we go, kind of like that. All right, let's finish placing these items around here. All right, and let's sculpt some stuff out. Okay, then around here, let's make this almost there. Oh, there we go. That's nice. I'm happy with that. Let's try and get this thing over there. Yeah. So having this auto material was definitely a good, helpful thing to have because it just paints this little, whenever you have some of the surfaces, it just paints out, you know, when it's uh, too much of an incline, it paints it out pretty nicely. There we go. So the original material Atlam was the like I said, the landscape material originally was from this Nordic conifer biome, but I did add the auto material to it. Director of the waterfall, indeed. So yeah, the part with auto material um, or the auto section of it is something that I've added myself. And that's the nice thing about it. You get a material that's already great to start with, and you just tweak it. I think that's the whole point behind, marketplace assets. A lot of them can be, ready to use things, but you're gonna end up tweaking tweaking things anyways. Um, so there we go. Let's paint a little bit of mulch around here so we can get some of those trees spawning on these peaks over here. So sorry about that. Okay, so maybe around here a little bit on top of this, on this ridge here, maybe around here a little bit. Let's make the tool strength a little bigger. I think that should be good to get this thing to work, is what I'm hoping. All right, let's see. And there we go. Nice. All right, so we got some trees popping up over there. Um, the developer of the package did put out an update to fix this odd thing here, I believe. So I just need to get some, re-download it and apply it. That should be fine. All right, so back here, what I wanted to also do is actually bring one of these forward a little bit. And to have these trees somewhere in, like, all the way in the background showing. And I think I can actually push these a little bit higher. So Fit Vertex, I am not streaming on Twitch. I was streaming on Twitch a while back, but I mean, not to complain about Twitch, but um, I don't think it's like a teaching platform or not necessarily because I'm not a teacher, but it's I don't think it's what it used to be, so to speak. So the things that you see on Twitch, yeah, probably you get that on YouTube as well, but seems like Twitch has gone the way of um, you know, either like, there's definitely people playing games, but it seems like a lot of it has turned into like almost soft version of Pornhub, and I might get, hopefully I'm not gonna get in trouble with YouTube, but yeah, hot tubes, exactly. That's exactly, I mean, it sounds a lot better than what I came up with. So, I mean, that's not to say that I would love for, Twitch streamers to pick up the game and like Twitch about it, just for exposure and stuff, but um, I also, a lot of, since I have tutorials on my channel, a lot of them are on YouTube, and also the live streams are saved on YouTube. With Twitch, not sure if they changed anything, but with Twitch, and yeah, I know you can stream on both. I think it's like what, Restream is what it's called. But I think the main thing with um, yin yang, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. And well, it's great if you get if that way you get attention, for like your I want to promote on Reels, so maybe a girl in a bikini is going to be the way to do it. Um, right? Yeah. So I mean, I'm not seeing Epic doing that, right? Like Epic is going to come out with that kind of a promotion material kind of stuff. So, yeah. And the main thing also is like with YouTube, like I said, I have more subscribers on YouTube, so hopefully it reaches more people that way than on Twitch. So Yeah, that's another thing that for me having having YouTube, I think seems to work a little bit better, or at least the way the way I think about it. All right, so there we go. We got a little bit more verticality with that. And I like that. So there we go. There's like all these trees right there in the background, like around here. Oh yeah, I think that's gonna work pretty well. I'm uh I'm good with that. All right, so the river going down this way, there's some of these kind of debris fallen. Let's add maybe another one on this side here. Yeah, there we go. Um, yeah, Adlam, you're totally right. Like if I never thought of looking at Twitch to learn anything, to be honest with you. Like if I was to be interested in like a subject, I'll definitely go to YouTube first. And I do have somebody, Technify Zero. He does have some questions about game development and all. I mean, I just send people to YouTube when it comes to looking up a tutorial or an instructional video. Yeah. Um, 1 second, guys. Do you think ChatGPT can help you something in the project in the future? I mean, integrating NPC dialogue from a server live. Yeah, that's something that actually somebody else asked me about doing NPC dialogues through ChatGPT, and I'm definitely gonna use it for like just the filler dialogues and stuff. I've already did some tries with it, and it does generate some pretty decent dialogues, though. Um, it's kind of interesting. Uh, it's definitely the AI part is kind of it's stretched. It's because if you change some of the variables, the dialogue is almost identical. So, but for small chat, small talk, it's gonna be pretty good. Uh, it's The only trouble with that is to kind of generate it and generate it live. The problem with that might be, what if their service is down at the time when somebody plays my game, right? So I'm gonna go and interact with the character, and their server is down, and there's no like lip sync generating or no dialogue being generated because that ChatGPT server is either down or busy or whatever, you're still relying on technology. So I'd rather just build up every dialogue and have them stored, with the game when it's published. Um, so yeah. Oh, really? Adlam said, I went to Twitch to look for an artist though for painting, but that part of Twitch, well, yeah, because I mean, I'm not sure if they get a lot of traffic. Well, I mean, they might, but again, a lot of traffic is into these kind of, like we were saying earlier, girls in bikini playing video games or playing chess or whatever you have there. So, I get it. They need to attract donations because that's how they make their money. Um, and whatever. Everybody's got to make it work. But yeah, exactly. And Fifth Vertex, that's exactly what I want to use it for. The Chat GPT part is just generating, like I know like the overarching thing that the NPC needs to convey for the message, but then generating the actual message. Yeah, I'm gonna try it through like Chat GPT and such. The one thing um, that I liked about it, was that it did generate some pretty decent dialogues, though after a while, there's no variety. Like it still will generate on along the same lines. The dialogue is similar. You know. Yeah, yeah, totally. Hey, Jamie, welcome, welcome. How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. It's been a while. Definitely has. Welcome. It's been a while, and a lot of stuff have been worked on and added, and so on and so forth. I'm getting ready to, I'm working on getting a pre-alpha build so people can, test things out and like, do some of the interactions and some of the simple things. But yeah, welcome, welcome to the stream. Not sure if you ever seen the map as is at the moment, with a bunch of some other stuff added to it. We were just playing around with adding some of this like a little river thing going on here. Oh yeah, thank you. Thank you for asking, Yin Yang. But like I said, definitely a good use for ChatGPT when it comes to generating some of these uh, like Fit Vertex was saying, some of these small dialogues and just like, okay, like the chit chat type of stuff. But yeah, I don't plan on generating them like on the fly, like at game time. That's you know, because then again, somebody might be playing the game without internet. Then what? So that was just I'm just thinking about that now. What if somebody plays the game without internet? Okay. So let's actually test out a little bit of driving and driving over this bridge to see how the collisions would work, because I haven't tried that yet. Um, yeah, Alam, that's exactly it. That's exactly what I intend on using it for. I do have some names in mind for like the town and some of these areas around here, but yeah, if you give it a little context, this does the work for you. But like I said, what I've noticed is I was giving it similar context, but the thing that was generating was literally the exact same or almost the exact same thing. Um, so yeah, I think that's for ChatGPT, that's kind of the extent of what it's probably going to be able to do at least in for me, is, and I think that's what it was created for, right? It was just a text generator type thing. All right, let's see what the player collision looks for this bridge. Oh my God, it's hideous. There's not even like player collision. Yeeks. Let's try and fix that before I drive the car into it. It's also good creating small town. Exactly. Yeah, that's what it is. And while I'm not going to have a lot of NPCs, um, there's definitely going to be the dialogues that are going to be in there. And I want to have that. Well, exactly, Alan. That's what I was thinking. Is just for the vertical and the floor. That's the only collision that the bridge needs. But let me see. I need to clean up the current collision that I have, which is pretty horrendous. Yeah, that's. Let's see. I'm just gonna start with the boxes, and uh, and try and place these around best I can. Let's try and get one done for the top here. I mean, for actually for the bridge deck. So this would be here, I would say about. Let me make it a little smaller just to start from where the legs are. And some for the edges. I mean, like the supports here. If not equals internet, exactly. And let's do one for the top section just for the kicks of it. Not that the player can reach that, but I mean, you never know. And I'll try and place some for the legs, though they're not going to be, um, you're not going to be able to really get there, but just to have them in place. Snow and rain. Well, if I do add the snow and the rain or like any kind of environmental effects, then definitely. Okay, where's that leg one? This one's here. Let's try and just make it so that it fits the legs. Can I not select that one? All right, there we go. They're not quite perfect, but and maybe I'll need to create some smaller ones for the guardrails. But let's see how this one looks now for the player collision. Okay, that's doable. All right, let me see where the player is at. And oh, Andre, yeah, I didn't really I heard it can do like some scripts and stuff, but yeah, that'd be cool for Python. Well, now you're gonna need the people to actually tell ChatGPT how to generate the scripts. Okay, so let me see where do we start from. Fit Vertex. So I'm trying to get like the kind of a pre-alpha type thing going on this summer, and get um, you know while I work on optimizing some of the performance, and like the pre-alpha is just gonna have like a little bit of couple of missions at the beginning of the game, pretty simple stuff. But more mainly, I want to see, kind of performance from the people that might want to try it out. Um, you know, issues with collisions, stuff like that, that I want to get from the pre-alpha. And yeah, hopefully, yeah, I'm thinking of a closed alpha, maybe do the closed alpha to just folks that are like really interested in testing it out and reporting on issues, and then do it on open alpha. Yeah. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of at the moment. All right, let's add a car in here. Where am I starting at? Open level blueprint, and I wanted to make sure that we're in dev mode. We are. I think I'm gonna start around here. Oh, okay, so I'm actually at the bunker. Let me try and move it a little closer to where the bridge is. And I still need to fix this kind of gapping openings around here. Oh yeah, Ying Yang, definitely. I mean, I am gonna start by asking folks on Discord uh, first, so whoever I have on Discord, whoever I have on YouTube, kind of joining the streams, and I appreciate that from all you guys. So that's definitely who I'm gonna start off with. Okay, let me add a car in here. So now, I mean, this is just playing through um, with this bridge. Because yeah, definitely, since you're not going to be able to go through the tunnel to the end of it, right now we're just kind of fooling around a little bit. On the other hand, I was kind of thinking of moving this further back, but this is kind of a good placement from like I don't want to sculpt the terrain even further down around here. Um, It could be an interesting feature, actually, now that I'm thinking of this. I wish I would have thought about it earlier. To have this river go a little bit longer and stretch it out through here and kind of have the bridge over here. So right before going like this, the mansion access road. I wish I would have thought about that earlier. What a bummer. I mean, this is in place, so it could potentially be pretty simple to just move all these assets further down. But let's see how the car looks, or how the car works on the bridge, and how that works. Let's add this in. Oh, yeah, that's a great thought. I was Alan, that's exactly, I was thinking about that earlier, but initially I was thinking of having this split and go down here to like this, there's like another water body down here, right? So have it kind of split and go this way. Um, but yeah, it could split and go around here as well. Kind of, kind of floating down there. Hmm. Yeah, I'll have to think about that and how, welcome to the Misty, and how I would do that. Yeah. Let me paint a little bit of the gravel so I can remove some of the vegetation growing through the road. Gravel. At least in that section there and around here. All right, well, let's try this out. Oh, and good luck now with figuring out what direction this one was in. I think it's this other way. Oh, shoot, I did not want to exit the car. And man, the inertia on this thing is just crazy. I need to figure out a way to like brake it, brake the vehicle if you do exit the car while it's moving and like kind of moving pretty fast that way. So I think we're going that way. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Yin Yang. That's true. Whoops, whoops. I guess I forgot to load the that level. Oh my God, that's funny. Uh, because this stuff it's in the map level. Oh, it's in the mansion. Oh, what the heck? I forgot to move these into the map level. Oh, my bad. Hey, Grawl, welcome, welcome. So let me also load the mansion level for now. It's gonna be extended time a little bit, but let's see. It looks like it's all on the mansion level, so it should be fine. Let's load that as well. So move this to the side a little bit. And this is the mansion level. All right. So is everything you did since yesterday in the mansion level? Yeah, unfortunately it is. Unfortunately, like all this stuff that should be in the map level, I still left it in the mansion level, which is yeah, not where it's supposed to be. So I'll just I'll just do that cleanup offline because it's not the most fun thing to do. It should be pretty easy. I just isolate the mansion level and select those. But yeah, let's actually drive this thing around and see how it interacts with the bridge. And I'm hoping actually the bridge got loaded this time, but I'm seeing all the assets from the mansion level flying around. So, yeah, there's the bridge as well. Okay, so far so good. Whoa, not so much there. Well, and it's all procedural. You know, like all this stuff is just based on IK, like the hands on the wheels. Okay, but the car itself seems to drive through it pretty well. Let's see how it looks like for this stuff that we just worked on, this kind of waterfall area. Okay, everything down here seems to be looking pretty well. So Alan, yeah, the hands are like I have an IK on the bones so that they attach to that placement on the steering wheel. That's how I get them that way. Oh, and I need to like fix the terrain on this corner here. Okay, which that shouldn't be too much of a biggie. Let's go around and see if we can see that waterfall. Okay, that looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with how that turned out. You know what? That's actually a good thought also on the sockets. I think I was yeah, that's actually a great thought. It's basically the same idea. I'm just IKing on the same location. Yeah, but this one overall looks pretty good. I think it turned out okay. Oh, Grawl, yeah, definitely. Um, I'll definitely get folks to play it out once it's ready for sure. Okay, there's like a little bit of a thing going on over here that looks a little funky, but overall, the whoops, come on, I got stuck in something. Luckily, there's like the mantling that saved me. I need to look into the collisions for this particular asset. I think, yeah, that shouldn't happen there. Not sure why that's going on. Um, okay, yeah. So there we go. That's actually turned out quite okay. I'm pretty happy with the result from that. There is some little things that I need to fix, like around here-ish. This lip is kind of poking out of the ground. Um, and you know, kind of around here a little bit. So, so yeah, there we go. And like the audio, I'm not sure if you hear the audio. There's also, um, let me pause the sound. So there's also like the around here with the water, since everything is outside, you know, and I don't need to change the audio. It's just there's a couple of ambient sounds to get that kind of you know, babbling brook kind of thing. Uh, SHGR, yeah, this is the game that I've been working on for a while. So let's see if I move away from the river, the audio should decrease, I think. I'm not sure how far I've set the attenuation on that. Well, so Jane is gonna be, let's see, Jane is in that direction, about 435 meters away. Yeah, so going that way, about um, yeah, this is way too big for the attenuation for this. Let me see where the audio is placed at. Da, 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 da. I actually think I only have one, which is down here. Let me see. Does it even have an attenuation? Because I think it might have just set to none. Override. Loss, override attenuation. I thought it did, so let me take a look at the queue itself. Override attenuation, inner radius 400, 400 units. I'm not sure if that's big enough. Um, Let me see if I go into simulate mode and see if I can. Actually, I'm not sure if I can adjust this in simulate mode, if I can adjust the values on this. Yeah, you can still hear it. Because I mean, if I override attenuation, I was kind of thinking that it would just work off of this. You know, like the inner radius 400 and then the fall off distance 3600. Let me try and bring this down to 600. I'm not sure if that's gonna, let me see if that helps with the setting here. Let's try and test this out. Um, Create populate. Um, well, I think, you know, for the outdoors environment, I don't have it on, so I just have one audio per the entire level. But I'm not sure about these little local actors. And actually, to be honest with you, I am not entirely sure this is the audio from the river as either. So let me see. That is the audio from the river, and it wasn't. I think that the other audio that we're hearing is just the forest sounds. So let me see if I get in closer to this guy. Yeah, there we go. This is the river. Not sure if you can hear it through OBS. Hopefully you can. But now I can adjust this. Oh, perfect. So now I can adjust this value to let's see how that's gonna work. So the spheres actually show up properly. And let me try and get this inner radius to be maybe 2000. Let's see how big that's gonna make it. I think it still needs to be bigger. Um, let's make this 10,000. Maybe that's a little too big. Let's make it 6,000 and then the fall off distance to make that 10,000. So about that. And I'm just gonna place another one over here. Yeah, definitely. I think maybe I can do with two of them for now. Let's try this out. See how it works. Where's my start? Let's actually work it in with the player itself. Oh, no, I don't want to simulate. I actually want to select a viewport. Let's try this out. Hmm. It seems to fall off, but it might be a little bit too big of a radius. Okay, that does fall off as you get farther away from it. It just seems that it doesn't fall off as yeah, too far. Definitely too far. Where is that thing here? So let's try and bring this value down to maybe 4,000 and 6,000. Let's see how that does it. Oh yeah, definitely true. So let me lower it, also lower it down like that. Um, oh yeah, Airway, and I can show you the swimming as well. Not sure if I've shown you the swimming before. Yeah, definitely better. It's still not, it's still kind of too far out. So let me try and select this guy again. I wish that sometimes these icons are just, I'm not sure who, some of the UX designers are just not quite there sometimes when it comes to these icons. Why is that so hard to find? And plus, I've actually lowered it down into the ground, so even harder. Let me try and just place it here, so at least I can find it next time. But that icon is so tiny. All right, so now I'm gonna lower this to 2,000 and then fall off 4,000. Let's make that inner radius a little bit bigger. 3,000. Oh, so interesting. I think from what it looks like, the fall off distance is added on top of that. Yeah, so I'm gonna try the inner radius to be at I've set it to 3,000 and then the fall off distance to 1,000, like that. So it's kind of right there. Let's let's check that out. I think the fall off might need to be a little bit bigger, but let's try it. Oh, I think that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Oh yeah, the volume multiplier would set to 5, so I'm just gonna set it around 3. Yeah, there we go. So now let's just move this one, kind of place a couple of them alongside this river. Okay, I think that should do it. Let's take a walk. Yeah, if I jump, I think I'm gonna die. It's pretty high up, in all honesty. Spurdunky, that is actually a good thinking. I'm not entirely sure you can. Not that I, at least not that I know of. Um, I think with the physical material, there has to be like a collision or something, like on hit event. And yeah, it might require some some quite a bit of tinkering. Whoops, I almost fell. What the heck is going on with the collision for this? Um, gonna get sidetracked here for a little bit. I'm sorry. Um, it actually shouldn't be any issue. Why is it having one? Oh no, that's sometimes that's how things are made, by thinking out loud. Totally. One second, guys. All right. Well, yeah, that's kind of interesting why this collision looks fine, but what am I tripping over it here? Huh, that's kind of odd. I'd have to look into that and see what it happens. Can you just remove that and just add a simple box? Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna end up doing. I'm thinking what happens is just like see like right here. I think that might be the trouble. But I think that you're right. It should be um like we were just looking at this one and simple collision. I'm thinking it's like between these two here that you kind of fall through. Um, so I was trying to generate these with that the way to like there's like somewhere down here somewhere I can't remember where that you can like generate the collision itself. Um, so that's I think that's small of enough gap for the player to actually uh, fall through. Um, oh, Alim, are you saying to like hide hide the collision in or like hide the mesh in here or um so I'm not oh yeah, I think you can hide it, right? or not, is it divisible? Visible. Yeah, there we go. So there's definitely, I think there's definitely an issue. Wow, that's why collisions are so important to be pretty simple or as simple as you can get them. Yeah, I think it's something that has to do with this little thing there. So in the mesh editor here, I'm not sure if it's like visible or one or the other. But I definitely think what Spurdunky was saying is perfect to get this into Blender, simplify it down quite a bit and then use that as a collision. I think um, that's why that is. Uh, yeah, so um, well, this one's Megascan. So I don't think it had a collision. Not at least I don't recall it having a collision when I got it. That's yeah. Um, oh, it's Spelunky. That's totally true. That's I was trying to see it looked on the face of it. It looked like it looked okay-ish, but I didn't, and that's the thing, about testing things, I didn't navigate it enough to realize that the gap between these two is big enough for you to like just fall through. Um, yeah. So I'll um I'll need to fix this collision, but it's a secret spot exactly. Well, luckily it's not actually I haven't let's actually test the fall damage. You should be kind of dying from this height. So, and for Vertex, that's exactly it. That's what I'm thinking of doing is just creating um the mesh from that. Yeah, that's what happens. Uh, it's you're not supposed to survive that kind of fall, at least not in the game. But um, yeah, I think who was somebody was asking me earlier about Airway. Hopefully you're still around. So let's get to swimming a little bit, and I can show you at least in this area here. Let me see. I set the water level, so it should be fine to get down there and do a little swimming. Oh, thank you, Fit Vertex. Do I have you on Discord? I can reach out to you via that if I do. Look at that rock, it's flying. UE3 way of collision, exactly. All right, so let's go down into this water here. So yeah, there's the flying, no, not the flying, but the swimming, kind of submerged and then atop the water. And then if you look down, you can depending on the angle of how you look, if you look further down, you can submerge. Uh, and if you kind of go to the top of the water, then you just swim on top of the water. Oh, thank you, Fifth. Yeah, let's chat there. And I just wanted to go to an area where it's kind of a little bit of a uh, deeper area of the pool. And of course, there's the audio. I just need to fix this. I thought I had it fixed where it was stopping the audio from the exterior when you were when you were inside the water. Because right now you can also hear uh, the the birds. So I'm not sure. I thought I had that working yesterday, but I'll need to check it out again. And again, this is a new water body. Yeah, well, you shouldn't be able to hear it either. It should sound like just what's on the water. So I need to fix that. But the underwater should look more like this water body over here. You know, as far as like plants and rocks and like the edge of the lake should look kind of like this. Let me turn on dev mode. Right, so kind of the edge of the lake and then underneath the water. Let me get these ones because sometimes they don't refresh for whatever reason. Uh, Scatter. Let me quickly make these refresh. Yeah, so it basically should look like this. Um, when you're when you know there's like the um, you know, under the water. And let me I kind of moved the daylight from a different angle. So, you know, kind of in the darker spots where there's like um it's kind of in the shade, there's like it's a little bit less lit, so that also kind of fits in. There's kind of fishes going around. There's going to be like some water bubbles, particles, you know, here and there when you're submerged. Atlim, the IA scatter is a tool. That's what it's called in the marketplace that I'm using to scatter this, you know, all those cliffs around the edges of the map, the vegetation on top of them. You know, these plants, these rocks around here, and it's actually pretty cool because you can like it's on, you know, you can use it on the spline. So just, you know, moving the spline around and then you know, you can these get spawned differently. So yeah, there you go. You can have some rocks spawned around here. Yeah, the scatter thing is an asset off of the marketplace. I think that's what it's called, IA scatter. Just like the name here, IA scatter. So yeah, that's it. I think with that being said, guys, we got this area to a point that looks good. I mean, it's almost done. I'll look into like oh yeah, and it's and you know uh and I got it on sale. Like I think I got it for a couple of bucks. So on a really good sale. Yeah, so we got this in. Everything is in place. There's like like I said, the collisions that I need to fix, but you know, as far as the water goes, it's there. It looked probably a little bit better with the sun coming from the other side, but yeah, it's right there, and I'll take a look and see, 'cause I'd like to have another bridge happening somewhere around here maybe or something like that. Um, but 'cause I definitely like this feature, and I've wanted to have it somewhere else as well. You know, with the rivers, I don't have any other rivers on this map, so I'd like to have that. But I'm debating on where to place it, so I'll try and figure that out. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. I hope there was something interesting to see today as well. And I will see you on the next one. I might not do one on Saturday, but I'll definitely try and do one on Sunday this week. Um, and yeah, I'll continue on from there. Appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, guys, have a great week, okay? Take care.